What up, this your boy Fleetwood, man. You are now in the mix with Cipha. Turn me up, let's go. You are now in the mix with Cipha.
You're now in the mix. Cipha in the building. Let's go.
You are now in the mix with Cipha.
Yeah. It's Carolina Blick. Cipha in the building. It's 93.5. Shout out to Burlington, North Carolina. Donta Chestnut in the building. Yeah. Let's go.
No other way. Ain't no gimme in this shit without interest. I've been dying not to kill him, I just hope it ain't feelings. I keep back doing niggas and just saying it's business. All I ever really needed was a blick in the kitchen. I know niggas that'll slide in the dial. If you ever play the villain, I feel like I can manage. If he ever want me dead, just make sure you're menace. Really ain't no get back, you ain't flushing with city. I've been trying to tell my youngest most of gangsters with limits. I keep showing how these really corny and timid. Ain't nobody moving nothing, bitch, we standing on business. I ain't seen too many 50s, I make sure that they finish. If you don't speak, then they'll give you a sentence. I've been trying to tell my baby mama, give me a minute. She the reason all these with a bad turn of it. This shit bigger than reason. I make every motherfucker in my city get busy.
Boy, I think about it every night and day. I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love. I wouldn't wanna have it any other way. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
Me too. Put it there.
You're now in the mix. Cipha in the building. It's hump day. I hope everyone has had a good week so far. It's almost Friday. We almost there. I hope everyone has had a good week so far. Again, I have Donta Chestnut in the building. Running for city councilman, a great promoter, a great person overall. Like, he do it all. One of my best friends.
Yep.
One of my homie. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him go through it all, overcome it all, and still come out on top.
I appreciate that.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm enjoying myself every time.
I'm glad you came through because we actually have a lot to talk about. You have a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you want to talk about, you know.
We have a lot to talk about, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you for this city councilman. It's a really big deal. And you've been trying to do this like for years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking down, I can't even think of the name of the street right now, Goldsboro.
Right.
Walking down Goldsboro Street, like 30 deep, on some Martin Luther King type vibe.
Yeah.
You had on your tie and all us. We was just had your signs. Like, we went hard for that run.
Definitely. You know, that was a learning experience though for, you know, to prepare for now. You know?
Right.
So yeah, so I appreciate y'all loyalty too, you know, and just going hard with me, you know, it's cause it's for us.
Right.
You know.
Right. But you say it's for us and you are for the people.
Right.
Because you actually have a mentor group, our Wilson.
Right.
What made you get into that? Because you talked to me about your nonprofit organization for a while. What was that process? And tell them exactly what you have going on.
With the our Wilson mentoring, you know, I went to school for sociology, and that was at St. Paul's College, and I had a mentoring program there. I was the youth director at the SYEP program for social service in Brunswick County in Virginia, and we had about 300 students, and I had like 6 counselors up under me, and you know, we made a difference there. And then I was feeling like, man, it's okay to do it here, but I want to move back
it
home
to your own city
and really make a difference in my city. So, you know, that's what happened with that. And that was my plan when I first moved back. But I seen what happened to my brother, and at the time I was hurt.
Which one?
CEO.
Of course. I didn't know if you were talking about K-hyphen or because we done lost a lot of good people.
Definitely.
That's been around us.
So with that, and then it was like, man, maybe we can make a difference to make sure this don't happen again. You know, and we could have flipped out, you know, and all of that type stuff. But it was best to channel that energy into something positive.
Right.
So that's what that was right there.
And I think that was a great idea, especially for the kids. I be seeing all the different things that you be doing with the kids. He have an after school program. Kids just doing everything. You had different speakers coming in talking to them. I actually saw the mayor came.
Yeah, the mayor support.
You just had different people that come help you.
Yeah.
And it's good to have a team like that.
Definitely, man. And like we teach them how to change oil.
I saw that.
David Taylor, shout out to him and shout out to
David. He play a major part too.
Yeah, man. Kia, Ebony, Kwani, Skip. It's so many of them. I don't want to leave no names out.
Right.
But teaching them boxing, teaching them wrestling, teaching them how to paint. And it's just a blessing because them kids might be able to use them skills one day as they get older and be their own entrepreneur,
Right, because there's a lot of things that you might teach them that school might not.
Right, and that was the goal, like teach them life skills.
Right, life skills,
right.
Survival, pretty much. I think that's dope. How was it for you growing up? For you to be so humble and you're so smart. Like how was that for you growing up?
It was rough a little bit, but it was pretty good. My grandmother raised me. My mother, she had passed, and my great grandmother, they was like hustlers.
Because I remember you telling me stories about your grandmother, and you were like a reflection of her. Because she used to do parties.
Yeah.
She used to take the kids to Emerald Point on buses and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then you followed in her footsteps.
Yeah, that was a goal that I wanted to accomplish all the years. Like she did it, I want to be able to do. I wanted to do it with her. She like, nah, I'm getting too old now. These kids getting rough. They different from back then, So
yeah, they are though.
I made it my goal to really make it happen, man. And shout out to the rest of the team, and shout out to Mr. Ken Fortnite, because he supported and donated the help seeing about 20 kids to Emerald Point, man. So that was a blessing right there,
That's what's up.
So y'all.
And you have a book.
Yeah, I have a book coming out.
You talked about stepping on a nail.
Oh yeah, when I was
and doctors they wanted to cut your foot off.
Yeah, when I was around like 8 years old.
What happened?
When we was younger, I was with the older guys, so it was like, that was running from the police. Mm-hmm. And I ended up, I was just around them, and I jumped out of an abandoned house and stepped on a rusty nail, and like I went to the hospital and my foot had turned gangrene, and then my mother, they were talking about cutting my foot off, and my mother like, nah, you ain't cutting my baby foot off. I'm gonna take a chance with that, So, it was a blessing that she did. She said that, so I'm happy.
Especially at 8 years old.
Yeah, man. I remember looking down at my foot and it was looking like neon green. So that was a challenge right there. I'm glad she, said no, because I wouldn't have been able to play football.
Right. Well, talking about your mom,
mm-hmm.
She passed away when you were 11.
Yeah, around that age.
How did that affect you, especially being 11? Because I lost my brother when I was 11, and it affected me for a long time. How was the effect for you?
It was hurtful. At the time it happened, like my aunt and my big brother, they had knew already that it had happened, but they ain't really know how to tell me. So she told my brother Bootsy to tell me. And when I woke up, he was like, yo, let me talk to you. He was like, man, your mom had passed last night, but I need you to be strong for the family. If they see you cry, they gonna be crying, so I need you to be strong. So
I'm guessing it was probably a lot of pressure on you because you had to act tough, but it hurt.
Yeah, right then I was tough, but I ran to my room and he like, man, I got you, man. Like, hold your head up. Like, you gotta just make her proud. Everything that you do, with the basketball, the football, you just got to go harder and just make her proud and look down on you. That's how everything going to be okay, So I took his advice and it helped me out a lot, Shout out to him.
And
too.
I was about to get into your sports. You played football.
Yeah.
Or you played all sports.
I played all sports, football, basketball, ran track. I played soccer too. And I coached basketball at high school.
And you also have a league in Wilson right now.
Yeah, semi-pro football.
So it kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. And what's the name of the team?
Wilson Lions.
Wilson Lions. Is
Yeah.
that still in season right now?
We got a game Saturday.
Okay. Where's the game located?
It's gonna be home right there in Sharpsburg. Right down School
Where you were
Street.
telling me about before?
Yeah.
Okay, same location. What time does it start?
It's gonna start at 4:00.
Okay, 4:00. I wish I have to work.
I know you grind. You in there in spirit.
But
though.
I wish I could come because I know y'all be going hard, and I'm sure y'all play a good sport.
Definitely, man. That team right there is just to help, younger guys that's coming out of high school. A lot of times they be ready to jump into the streets, jump into the gangs and all of that type stuff, so, and then some of them don't go to college because these coaches not helping, so with that, I wanted to give them an outlet and be able to send them to college too. So that was my goal for that right there.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Giving them an opportunity that some of us ain't have,
Right. That's dope.
Appreciate it.
Are y'all listening to this man?
Appreciate
Because
it.
it's not a lot like you. You know what I'm saying? And I encounter a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? We've been friends about
Long
13
time.
about 13 years.
Yeah,
and we
long.
met on a business level, and we just been brother and sister ever since. Like,
Definitely.
yeah.
Man.
And you always been an inspiration for me.
Same with you. You've been an inspiration for me too.
I appreciate it.
And it ain't too many people like you either.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
So your book, you was talking about a foot injury,
Mm-hmm.
and they thought you couldn't play no more.
Yeah. With the foot injury, that was saying like cutting my foot off or whatever. So it was just motivation. Like when my mom told me, she told them not to cut off my foot. So I'm just thankful, to be able to run and be able to walk. So I was thankful for that though.
Right. I'm sure. Because I know that had to been crazy, like, to just be in a situation like, this is my career. This is what I love. Not even your career, but just what you love to do. And they trying to tell you that you can't.
Right. And
then you the person be like, yes, I can.
Right. And then you look down at your foot. If there was to cut it off, you'd be like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be hard to look at,
Right.
So, yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
You had a foot injury twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Especially with you being an active player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that had to be mind-boggling.
And with that, it was more of a knee injury with the football, that had happened right there. And I tore my ACL and my MCL. I stretched my patella.
Mm-hmm.
That was against the fight game when I was playing at Hunt. That was around like 2003. But I had went to the hospital and the doctor said you won't be able to play no more.
So if that was to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would have been like? Okay, I can't play. So, what would have been next for you? Did you have a second option, or was that your only option?
It wasn't no second option. It was just my life was football. I'm gonna make it to the college. I'm gonna make it to the NFL. Outside of that, it was the streets.
Yeah.
I would have been to the streets. That's what that was going on around there. That was the main thing to do. What you see in poverty, that's what's around you. So I probably would have chose that route.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't no good route to choose, but when you don't have too many options, and when you in Wilson, they don't give you too many options. So that's what we fighting for right now. So y'all make sure y'all vote for Chestnut, man.
Chestnut,
we gonna get y'all all
2.
the options. We gonna make it out of here, man.
District 2, and I believe that because you know how you can listen. You know, I'm not a politician. I don't get too much into that. That's just like I went to the DMV earlier, and the man asked me, "Are you Democrat? Are you Republican? Or are you not claiming? Pretty much not claiming." I'm not claiming nothing because I'm confused. I don't know. He said we all are.
Yeah.
And we are, like, you don't know what way to go these days, but you just a genuine guy. So it's like,
And then with that, you look at it like, boy, all Democrats ain't right. And then you look at it like all Republicans ain't right.
So I don't know what side to choose.
But this gas going high. You know what I mean? This
food
price
is
going high.
crazy. And I don't believe it's coming down. It's not. How can you go and you see people paying this price and think that it's going to go back?
Right, man. And then they start asking questions. Well, what you think about if my son was a boy and he cut his thing off and he could play basketball with the girls and like, man, I ain't never had to go through that, and I don't want no boys playing with my girl on no varsity level. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't want to. I mean, you would be against that.
What, with the boys playing with the girls?
I'm saying
on the high school level.
If that's their
I don't judge nobody, but
preference.
I don't judge nobody, but when I was coming up, that won't going on, you know. And then it ain't fair because, you know, men pretty much a lot of times stronger than women. And the dude with her dunking on the girls and all that don't add up, man. Come on, let's be real. You feel me? That's cheating. I think that happened in swimming and all of that type stuff, man. So, you know, my opinions is different from everybody. Everybody got an opinion. You can't judge nobody on their opinion.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
you can't.
Hey, it is what it is, you know?
Right. Let's talk about the gossip.
Okay.
Let's get to the hot stuff.
What's up? Talk
the
to me.
rumors, the gossip, the blackballing, the harassment.
Okay.
All the things that you have had to go. I done heard this man complain. Listen, I've been knowing this guy, like I said, for 13 years. We might not talk every day, but when we reach out to each other, we let it all out. Like, this going on or that going on. And you know what I'm saying? And we motivate each other and or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And within these 13 years, this man has done so many parties and hosted so many open mic events, talent shows, gave back to the community in so many different ways. And the police always find a way to try to stop what you got going on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We actually had an audio recording. Did you send it over?
Steve can probably get it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's so many different audios that you recorded that I'm glad that you did record. With the police blackballing you, like stopping you from doing events, contacting different owners of establishments,
right.
Telling them not to let you have events there.
Right.
Let everyone know, like, exactly, because I'm sure it's a lot of other promoters that might be tuning in, like, that happened to me too.
Yeah, man.
So how was that for you?
For it, man. With that, you know, it was a problem. You know, it been a problem probably about 15 plus years, man. You know, Fat Daddies, that happened.
We was there. I was there.
You know, so yeah. Talking to the owner, like, don't let Donta do this. We're going to shut your business down. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then the owner come back and tell me, like, Donta, they talking about this. They talking about that. You know what I mean? Or the ALE, man, talking about this or that. You know, so I'm out here like, man, it is what it is.
But what do you think it was a specific reason? What's the reason behind it?
You know, there's many reasons. You know, we young. You know, we doing what we doing. And a lot of times we booking the police officers, you know what I mean, to protect everybody, you know. But a lot of times it be messing up money.
Exactly, because I listened to one of the audios. Mm-hmm. In one of the audios, the lady admitted, like, yeah, I told him he needed 6 police. Mm-hmm. And then the question was, well, when they have other events, do they have to have 6 police? Nah, they don't have to have 6 police.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then having like 6 police 2 hours before the event,
and,
during the event, and 2 hours
after the event.
Like 2 hours before the event.
Do the calculations.
That's
right?
Extortion, man.
As a promoter, you know what I'm saying? If you really promoted a party and actually invested and didn't get booked for an event, that's why I just start doing bookings. Like, just book me. I really save me the headache. Man. You know what I'm saying?
But it shouldn't be like that because that's your business, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you're a real promoter and you know what you have to invest in to even have an event, if you have to pay for the building, mm-hmm. if you have to pay for the DJ, if you have to pay for the person that's actually taking the money at the door, yep. if you have to pay for even the extra little security there, you done spent over a couple bands or a band or two before you ain't made no money, right?
Right.
So you calculate 6 police times $250 an hour, mm-hmm. or $150 an hour, mm-hmm. or $100 an hour, however much an hour, but and they're there for like 6 hours.
for 4 hours extra because it's 2 hours before
and 2 hours after
and
plus
during.
4 hours doing the club. So that's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So 8 times 6.
Man, it's a lot
Do the
of money,
calculations.
man. You know what I mean? It's a lot
That's
of
like
money.
$4,000 on police. You done spent 5 bands and you haven't made any money yet.
That's extortion.
That is extortion. That is ridiculous, especially if it's not called for every event.
Right. And then, with that particular situation, I'm out here like, yo, did y'all have that for the Grease concert? No, we didn't have it,
That's what I listened to. And I'm like, and she stuttered a little bit. She's like, nah. Well, we never had any trouble.
Well, they the ones that called me, said they had problems with you. I said, dang, they got problems with me. So, hey, it is what it is. We used to it, man. Like, used to it, man. So just keep it moving, But there's really like a lawsuit.
It is. But you had problems with the law before. And do you think that that's a reason why? And not saying that he had problems with the law like he's a bad guy, but he just had an encounter with the police. Like the police took you to court.
Yeah.
For a situation.
Saying I look like I got a warrant.
Right. And
right
you
in front of my house. And then
they harassed Foot.
Yeah, like, yo, you look like you got a warrant. And then, like, I was like, man, we give out tours to the community. We feed the homeless. And I looked him dead in his eyes, and he pushed me and said, F you. And then I was like, boy, I can't hit him now, you know what I mean? But I got a freedom of speech, man. F you too, you know what I mean? Pushed me again, grabbed my brother by the head, and threw his head to the car. So with that right there, we got into a little scuffle, and and that happened.
I think that would have been anybody's reaction.
That's my brother. I'm going to stand up for him regardless. If they standing up for the officers, I'm going to stand up for my brother. Yeah. That's just how we were raised. You know what I mean? Don't put your hands on my brother. He ain't do nothing. Don't put your hands on me,
Right. Yeah. So I think that's anybody reaction would have been
like
that way.
Don't put your hand on the other officer. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's respect, man. And then when we went to court, that's what the judge asked.
And you beat the charge.
Yeah, it was not guilty. I wasn't guilty anyway. That was in front of my house.
Okay. Let's just make that clear. He was not guilty for those charges. You know what I'm saying? Because he is running for city councilman. So we're not trying to put it out there like, oh, he used to do. No, he had a reason, and he was found not guilty in that situation. And I think that was like
2011.
Yeah, but I just think that was like a great moment. Like, what?
Yeah.
Against the police, not guilty? Like, that was major.
But no, that ain't nothing to brag about.
It's not nothing to brag about, but
I'm
saying like someone that was right finally got their own justice,
right?
And didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right, because they pushed me and said F me, you know what I mean, in front of my own house. So, it's just standing up for what you believe in, man. You know what I mean? If anybody else going on out there, that got some of those same stories, go file a complaint. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what we running for. You know what I mean? To stand up for our whole community. You know what I mean? If you doing wrong, you doing wrong. You know what I mean? But you out there doing, and then you black too. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So you got an advantage on you. They gonna look at you like how you look like you got a warrant. That's what happened in court. Like, so the judge said, ma'am, how you look like you got a warrant? So she was like, it might be African American, how you dress or whatever. And the judge, like, not guilty, Yeah,
because that don't even make sense. But I'm glad she kept it 100.
Yeah, she had quit the force. After that incident, she had quit the force and went to Clayton.
You run her off.
Nah, she was a witness of the other officers. She didn't like that. She the one that had to tase me.
So she said what it was, and then she quit and went to another county.
Yeah, I was like, man, be
Shout
real,
out to her.
man. I was like, man, be real. Like, he was wrong. You feel me? She was like, yeah, he was wrong. And then I just subpoenaed the whole thing and had her come to court, and she told the truth,
Yeah, that's dope. And it's crazy because they say you look like you had a warrant, or you might be a gang member or crazy stuff. Like I heard on the recording, she's like, gang members come to your events. You can't help who in the community rock with you, and it comes to your events.
Yeah.
And I think that's an outlet because at the end of the day, you have all types of people coming to your events.
But all them same type of people go to other events.
Go to other events too. It's not just your events.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for her to label that up under like the type of crowd you bring,
yeah,
was crazy to me because all them people that come to your event be in the Alibi? Was that like be any other spot?
The bayou,
Anywhere.
everywhere.
Right.
You know.
So yeah, that's crazy. But they try to label you like, okay, he looked like he got warrants. But you're so smart. You actually had acceptance letters from like multiple colleges.
Yeah. One of them was like Penn State. That was my first letter. I had got letters from Princeton.
Princeton.
Yeah, I was surprised at that too.
Oh, you was smart. Smart.
I'm alright, but at that time, a lot of it was for football, like Dartmouth, however Ivy League schools, UNC, all the NCAA, but
So what school did you choose?
I ended up picking Liberty University.
What made and where is that located?
That's in Lynchburg, Virginia.
So what made you go to Lynchburg?
At the time, I wanted to change my life. Like, so much was going on, so many
That's
rumors.
a religious school, correct?
Yeah, Christian school.
Christian school, yeah.
Yeah, so so much was going on in my life, rumors, different stuff like that, man. And at the time, I wanted to get away and find out who God is.
Did you know him before?
A little
Did
bit.
You feel like you?
I went to church, when you got your girlfriends, like, come on to church, and I used to go, but we'd be in the back passing little ladders and stuff, but I ended up getting saved though, but
Before you went to school?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't get baptized, that was one thing that I was kind of worried about,
You didn't get baptized?
Not at that time.
So why do you say you got saved?
Because I accepted God in my heart.
And that's all you need to do. So that's why I'm confused on why you feel like you had to get baptized complete. Because people get baptized and leave church and go do the same thing they was just doing.
Right.
Or wake up tomorrow and still do the, you know what I'm saying? Ain't even thinking about God tomorrow. So I don't feel like you really have to get baptized to actually be saved.
That was part of my mission, though. I had to complete the mission.
Did you get baptized?
Yeah, I did when I ended up going to college.
Okay, you got baptized there.
Yeah, and then it's a crazy story with that because I woke up one morning, like I had a dream, like 4 o'clock in the morning. We had like 4 a.m. prayer. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriend at the time, I was telling her about my dream and, God said you gonna start a ministry and all of that type stuff at another school. But long story short, I told him my dream. He started praising. He, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's going on? He talking about somebody just praying for you to get baptized, and he didn't know I was going through that, so I ended up doing that, man. That was a blessing right there. He didn't know me. I came from North Carolina, and God put that in his heart,
So by you saying that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like God put you in my life for a reason.
Amen.
So do you feel like, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like God placed certain people in your life for a reason, for a season? Because, people be here today and they be helpful and then they be gone later.
I believe in that, sometimes people, sometimes God put people in your life for a reason and for a season and for a purpose.
Right.
Like when we first met, it was on from the start. Mm-hmm. I needed that help. I needed your help. I needed your ideas. We
I needed you a lot of times.
Yeah, even emotionally, spiritually. So, and we share that, and everything been great ever since. Even to this point now, you got your own, radio station. You're doing what you're doing. So I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
Appreciate it.
So proud of you, like for everything that you're doing. Not just the city councilman thing, but just the fact that you never give up. Even with you just had the Alibi, and that was rocking. Mm. And anything you put your all into and you touch, like you make it work.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
you always been like that.
Appreciate it.
Always been. You said you got shot in the back.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was
before, after school?
This was like 2005. This was like my freshman year.
Oh, you was still in high school?
This was college.
College?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was in college.
What happened with that?
It was just a situation, some people was trying to rob me at the time, and, and it was a battle.
This 2005. Let me go back to 2005. Oh, you had the chain. You had some fronts.
I had fronts.
You look like you had a little money.
Yeah.
I remember 2005. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was selling jewelry. You know what I mean? I
Oh,
used
yeah,
to make
you make
I made the grills
you
and
make
everything.
grills.
Yeah.
Actually, don't say used to because you can go do that right now.
Yeah, man. I do it. I
Yeah.
can do it now too, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I might have to hit you up for my son going through his phase. He
Yeah.
going through his phase. He's talking about some fronts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that situation was powerful with God too. You know, the bullet had like snibbled my spinal cord and was it's still stuck in my back till this day. You know, and that woke me up because, you know, at that time I was ready to die. You feel what I'm saying? Or do something to somebody else. You know, and it just opened my eyes up like, yo.
Because you could have went a different route.
Yeah.
That experience alone could have made you a beast.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Definitely, man. So, you know, it just woke me up, you know, with that story right there because it changed my life.
Yeah.
You know, it can be gone in a day. And after that, I was like, God, you know, I'm gonna do my best with everything I can, and you gonna get the glory. You know, so that's what I learned out of that. I ain't gonna go out here like I'm 50. I done been shot, blah blah this, but
yeah, because you could have used that like, I'm a label CEO and I done got shot and I go hard and I shoot you back and I do, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you could have
glory out of all that.
You could have went that route, but instead you chose to stay humble.
Yeah, God get the glory out of that.
And that's dope.
Appreciate it.
It's so much that you have been through in your life. When you're talking about God and you're talking about being baptized and, you know what I'm saying, trying to do right. God spoke to you?
Yeah,
in the service?
Yeah, he spoke to me. By this time I had got hurt. We was talking about my injury.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was telling you, I was going to go look for God in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the front row and I'm daydreaming, like, Lord, if I get back on the field, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know. And a man came from somewhere else. He wasn't even a member of our church. So he was like, somebody in here been battling with a knee injury. Imagine, I'm daydreaming out here though, but you know, somebody been battling with a knee injury. They've been battling for years. If it's you, stand up. So I'm out here. I'm
Don't it be crazy cause it be like that for me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna but nah, I'm saying I don't go to church often, but I believe in God. I believe in my higher being. I believe that, you know what I'm saying, I don't make it every day by myself. He's always with me. But it seemed like I go to church and it seemed like the preacher starts talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why he talking to me?
Right. He calling you.
Yeah,
you know
like why is he talking to me? Like
Yeah.
But you said that he said it was someone in the audience.
Someone in the audience been battling with a knee injury and been battling it for years. If it's you, stand up. So I stopped my daydream. I'm out here like, man, I'm looking around. I know my knee hurt, you know, but I'm looking. It's a whole lot of old people in here. I like, man, I know one of their knees hurt.
Yeah, somebody else knee hurt.
Yeah, somebody got to stand up.
Right.
But my heart started beating more. Boom, 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 boom. I'm out here like, somebody got to go ahead and stand up. And then I was like, man, it's me, God. You know what I mean? So I went up there. He said, God said, it's your right leg. And it happened right here on the inside of your right leg. And I'm out here like, dang, that's why I got hit at on the football field. Like, how he know that? And then I asking myself, God, is that you?
Yeah.
Guess what he said?
What?
No, I'm not God. I'm out here like, dang, he heard me like that. You know, I said that in my inside voice. He said, the Lord said it's a covenant over your life. Through you, a lot of people gonna be blessed. Your cup gonna overflow to others, and they gonna be blessing other people. You know, if you believe, run around this church 3 times, and you are healed. So I said,
you run around the church?
Yeah, because I'm ready to get on the football.
I would have took off right then.
So I took off and ran around the church, and I came back. You know, he was like, you are healed. You know, so after that, you know, I gave praise to God. But after that, probably about a couple days after that, St. Paul's College had called me, and they said they wanted me to be their running back.
That's what I was gonna say. So you transferred schools?
Yeah, I went to Liberty, then I transferred to St. Paul's College in Lawrenceville, Virginia.
Oh, okay, so you just all over VA.
Yeah. At the time, I had to go through the process just to accomplish my mission. I found out who God was, you know, but he said, now you got to go to the other school and tell them what I taught you. I said, no, God, you got the wrong one, but you did just heal me though. But
right.
I'm gonna hold out, you know. So, but I went there, St. Paul's, and that had happened right there though.
Yeah. And then it's so much to talk about. The Carolina home hits was supposed to start 5 minutes ago, y'all. But it's so much to talk about. We about to get right back to it because we still got a lot to talk about. I'm about to get into it. It's bigger than stacks. 93.5.
I mean, I think those are all great things. I just, what I have to go on is what they kill me. I can go out.
Yeah, we run the screen, ayy, we run it, yeah. You always been pretty, now that we you a baddie. Your baby daddy, man, tell him spin, you know that. I'm well connected, that boy living off of teacher say. I'm burning backwood, yeah, can't even burn a calorie. Stop playing, I'm one-on-one, like a only child. Oh, that's your best friend, tell her go get dressed, showing out. Don't ask me who I'm from, just know all my bitches cute. Don't ask me about no money, I stack it up, go through the roof. I got a big bag. If I you can't even run, don't matter you zigzag. I like my bitches cute face, small waist, big. She ride it like a roller coaster. I call her Six Flags. Damn, what you stirring for? Them diamonds hit like Tyson Fury. I swear to God, that look like lightning hit this icy jerk. When I hit the club, I'm throwing hundreds, want some free fall. Long as she block that booty up and down like it's a seesaw. Yeehaw, you always been pretty. Now that we you a baddie. Your baby daddy, man, tell him spin. You know that. I'm well connected. That boy living off of teacher say. I'm burning backwood. Yeah, can't even burn a calorie. Stop playing. I'm one-on-one, like a only child. Oh, that's your best friend. Tell her go get dressed, showing out. Don't ask me who I'm from. Just know all my bitches cute. Don't ask me about no money. I stack it up, go through the roof. Yeah. She call me talking about how she gon' get her spirits. She just wanna make sure that her nigga smash her. She go crazy, us a raw. That bitch like a Red Bull. Want me to find a bite, cause she like her hair pool. When her hair straight, then make it curly. She like, I don't get my hands dirty, but that boy be working. She be twerk. I need band service, which I know you heard. We just ran out of hundreds. We need that shit in a hurry. It ain't even 12:30. You always been pretty. Now that we you a baddie. Your baby daddy, man, tell him spin. You know that. I'm well connected. That boy living off of teacher say. I'm burning backwood. Yeah, can't even burn a calorie. Stop playing. I'm one-on-one, like a only child. Oh, that's your best friend. Tell her go get dressed, showing out. Don't ask me who I'm from. Just know all my bitches cute. Don't ask me about no money. I stack it up, go through the roof. Fleet. Yeah. We run the screen. We run the screen. We run the screen.
Fleetwood.
Shout out to Fleetwood, man. 252 Wilson. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. Carolina Gold Studios. What's the address, Dante?
501 Nash Street.
But
Unit
y'all
8.
make sure you message him and book those sessions. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a dope producer. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But again, Donta, Chestnut in the building.
Much love, y'all. Much love.
Man, this time going by so fast, bro. We done talked about so much.
Got you.
Talked about so much, and it's in just 40 minutes of this show.
We're going to keep it going, though, ain't we?
We about to keep it going.
Okay.
We got to keep it going.
Bet.
I just want to ask you, I've been knowing you for a long time. You've been grinding since I've known you, and I know you've been doing it before me. How long have you been into the entertainment game?
My grandma owned like 2 clubs when I was a child, so
You told me that.
So-
Your grandma was lit back in the day.
yeah, man. So while she was doing that, I was in the back at the pool table. She ain't never let me stay at the house by myself, you know. And she was a responsible grandmother, you know. It's just after the club, you know, I helped to clean up and all that type stuff. So at the time, she was just showing me the business without even trying to show me the business, you know. So I've been all my life really. You know,
Right. And I mean, that's the perfect example, you know, for all the parents to tune in. Like, everything that I did when I was younger, I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do nails. I used to play around with the nails at the table. I'm doing nails now.
that's a skill.
I used to dance and have a stick in my hand in my backyard, and my trees was my audience. And then I started doing music, and then it's radio. Like everything that I did, I look back like I knew then what I wanted to do later.
That's your purpose.
Yeah, you know, what's around you is pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't even around me Cause I mean, my mom and they weren't into music like that, but it was just
you was creative.
I was just
God
yeah,
gave you, you know,
just,
creativity.
It just came to me. It just came to me. But as far as college, you finished college.
Mm-hmm.
What made you come back to Wilson? Because you went to 2 different colleges in VA.
Right.
Why didn't you stay in VA?
Because I wanted to make a difference in Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was easy doing what I did in Virginia, but let's go back to my hometown where all the rumors, where they was trying to stop me. At the time, there was like, Donta, you a gang leader. This was when I was in high school. I'm up here like, coach, like what they talking about? I'm a gang leader or whatever, you know. And then I wanted to come back and make a difference in front of them same people that talk down on you and try to stop you from growing and all of that type of stuff. But not only that, because I knew where I came from, as far as being a kid and not having the opportunity to go to college or not having the opportunity, you know, to use your resources and all of that type of stuff. So I wanted to move back and help out the kids, to the younger generation, to be able to send them to college. And at the time, you know, even when I was in college, I got probably about 20 people into college. I did all the paperwork. You know, I got them accepted in college, and you know, they came to my college at St. Paul's College, played football, and some of them tried out for the basketball team. You know, and we made a difference. And it ain't no excuse with the other coaches talking about, oh, you ain't good enough or this or that. You know, I just sent 20, you know what I mean, almost 25 people to college. You know, I got them accepted.
Who else can say that?
You know, so
who else can say that?
I'm just doing what I can do. I don't know about everybody else.
It's celebrities doing that.
Yeah.
But who in your city doing that?
Yeah.
Who in your city really doing that though?
I don't know much.
I don't know nobody else. I don't know nobody else.
Yeah.
But for those same reasons, do you think that that's why you running for city councilman?
Yeah, just to make a difference. It ain't even about me. You know, it ain't even about me as far as city council, man. It's about my people. It's about, you know.
And he's so, you know how people will say something and be like, yeah, I'm doing it for this reason, and you no, you ain't. But you show and tell, you show and prove, like this is like really what you really for the community.
Mm-hmm.
You really for the kids,
right?
And that's the most important thing.
Right.
But you know they're gonna try to block everything you're doing, right?
Man, God,
and you know how God works. We got an audio.
Yeah, man.
We have an audio, actually, of them trying to blackball my guy, and we gonna play it.
Okay.
We gonna play it.
Got you.
You ready?
I'm ready whenever, you know, there's, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, I've been going hard.
Nah, because we have to show the people that, you know what I'm saying, that it's not you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got to show the people that, you know, behind the scenes of what you really go through to actually have events in the area. Mm-hmm. What you go through to actually do something for your community, your friends, the so-called gangbangers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All the people that, you know what I'm saying, don't have nowhere to go. It is not like Wilson have a lot of opportunities or a lot of places to go and just mingle. It's not like it's there. You know what I'm saying? But you've made a way. You've paid a way to the point where you can do an event anywhere in Wilson, and they might try to blackball you, but you'll do it anyway.
And make it work.
And you make it work.
You know, sometimes I gotta go through other people. Hey, book this park for me. Book this right here, and I shouldn't have to go through that.
And he should not have to go through that. But I'm about to get into this audio. You ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get into it.
Give our tours to the community.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think those are all great things. I just, what I have to go on is what they tell me, because I didn't go out there. I didn't ask them. I you know, I was basing on what you all had told me. But when they come to me with stuff like that, and they're the police department, I have to pay attention.
It's rule that they do that.
But after I finished with him, before I finished with him, I got a call from the police about some problems that they had with something he had before.
What type of problems did they indicate that they had?
And it said clear as day, the police department contacting these people to pretty much tell them like, nah, don't let him have an event at your establishment. And this is places that you pay.
Yeah.
You have to do contracts with.
Yeah.
And these people voiding contracts
Right.
off of the strength. And I mean, at the end of the day, being a business owner, you really can't blame them because, you know, the police contacting them and they might not personally know you. So, you know, they listening to the police and they like, now I got to choose a side.
Yeah.
So am I going to choose you, the person I don't know? Am I going to listen to the police?
Right.
And that's where the line comes where you in a situation where like, well, where am I supposed to do anything at? Where am I supposed to do anything for the kids or for the community if every time I try to do something, the police stepping in my way?
Right. You know, and sometimes it make you want to give up, you know.
I'm sure it do.
And then I had to be strong throughout all of that, man, because these kids wouldn't get what we doing for them if, you know, if I was to give up, you know. Not only that, you know, they came to my landlord at my building and like, you're going to have to start doing business with Donta or we're going to take your property.
At the studio?
Yeah, the studio and Ira Wilson. You
Wow.
know? And they went to Mr. Jimmy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Jimmy called me right then. Donta, you need to come down here. You know, so he said they trying to take my property. They talking about taking my property and all that type stuff. And I said, what? You know, and then with that, man, say he gave me the phone number to the cops, you know what I mean, that was, you know, that said it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's so crazy sometimes because you don't give up. And then, you know, you see the cop on the corner when you walking into the mentoring building and, hey, Chestnut, you know what I mean? You're doing a great job, man. Keep up the good work, man. I'm proud of you. I said, dang, this the same person that just said this.
Try to get you up out of there.
You know, so, you know, it's a challenge, man. So I tell anybody.
And let's be clear that these establishments that he's talking about is a recording studio that a lot of artists go, it's their outlet. You know, they go there, they record, you know what I'm saying? That's their way to express themselves. And right beside the building is where Al Wilson is located. And it's a nonprofit organization for the kids. This is the building where the kids come to after school. And they trying to shut that down. Like, that is crazy.
You know, so I tell anybody, don't give up on your dream, man. You know,
All.
Even after this interview, I know it's gonna be even more challenges, but this my life.
But you had to put it out there.
You know, I've been holding that in for about 15 plus years.
Oh, well,
man.
I'm glad you were able to come here and share all of this with me.
Yeah,
Which I've known I've known some of it, most of it,
Yeah,
not
you were
all
there.
of it. I'm new to some of it.
You was in it. you
Yeah,
know?
but yeah, you definitely had one life, like for real.
And then probably about a week ago, one of my partners was like, yeah, my people said they want to donate and they want to help you out and all of this type of stuff. She said she was talking to a guy and talking about helping or whatever, and he just so happened to be a police officer and said, no, don't let him do that. Don't support him. He's a gang member and he's doing this. Donta got everybody fooled, you know.
But
what I mean?
it's crazy because I don't even see how they could label you as a gang member. But then again, I could.
But when you
because
black,
you're like the Martin Luther King of Wilson. They know that ain't nobody gonna play about you. They know that you gonna come strong for it. Just like when you ran last time, you had 30, 40 people behind you walking. Like they know that, you know what I'm saying? Like you have people behind you.
mm-hmm.
So if they want to call that being a gang member, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, you're a leader. If that's what they want to call, but you're a leader
Appreciate
of your
it, man.
city. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that they label you as that because you're far from that. You're a very intelligent man. You've been to college, nonprofit organizations. You give back to the community all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's crazy that they would.
You know, when I was younger, they told me like when you were African American male and you go get your education and you know you give back and you do what you do, you know you're a problem.
You're a problem.
And then with me trying out for when Coach Bird told me, you know, he wanted me to coach in Tarboro, he said he had to do a background check on me, and I said it might be tough. He like, nah, you my son. I know, you don't do nothing and all that type stuff. I was like, all right. So he like, the next day, well, you know, when he came back, he was like, Donta, let me talk to you. I said, what's going on?
The son thing didn't work.
Yeah, he was like, Dante, they got you labeled as a terrorist.
A terrorist?
They got you labeled as an activist. And
Now that you are. Now,
can-
that was correct word. I feel like you are an activist.
And you can start a riot.
And you can't. That's what I was pointing at. Like you could though.
I wouldn't want to do that way.
You
know what I mean?
right. You as a person, you wouldn't want to do that, but you really could though.
Yeah. But I'd rather channel that energy into something positive. And I don't want to say until you tick me off.
But I'm not even saying I'm not even saying a riot like in a bad way, like you gonna have people burning stuff down. But I'm saying you would be the person that people would show up for signs with signs. They'll march for you.
Definitely.
They'll be right there beside you. You know what I'm saying? That type of vibe. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about tearing stuff down.
Yeah, man.
Don't get that wrong.
But
you know
that
what
was
I mean?
stopping me from getting a job, though. That been going on for years. So whatever they saying out there, y'all, it ain't true. You know what I mean?
What about the why did you support what's his name? Ken? Yeah.
I like Ken. Ken a good dude, man.
They I don't want to say it. They said you did it for money. You know how people be talking.
Man, I'm broke. I'm broke, man. Let them talk.
That gossip said you did, but why would they say you support him for bread?
No, man, because I'm broke. You know what I mean?
Don't. We're not gonna speak that.
I'm rich. I'm rich, really. You know what I mean? I'm rich in the spirit.
Yeah,
you know?
we not gonna say no. We not speaking broke on nobody. We not broke though. But they said you did it for some bread.
Nah, man. With Ken, he supported our mentoring program. When other people didn't. People ride past that mentoring program every day. That's in office, and I be struggling trying to get chips and all that type stuff. So Ken, like, Dante, why these people not helping you? This was before he was in office, So Dante, why these people not helping you? Like, you doing a great job. I'm like, man, I don't worry about that, man. God gonna bless me, and we're gonna do what we got to do, And when my partner, my cousin Johnny was running, and the guy, the person that was going against Ken at the time, Johnny was like, yeah, they knocked the papers out of my hand and all that, was talking, and I'm out here like, come on, they ain't do that, and they in the office or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm out here like, dang, that's messed up. Well, we're gonna go for Ken then. You feel what I'm saying?
They knocked the paper out his hand for what?
Because he was supporting other people. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess the person that said it, that was like, you don't supposed to do that, because that can hurt their votes. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like,
for you to support other people.
Yeah, that's what my cousin Johnny was doing. He was supporting other people.
Like I said, I'm not into politics like that. So it's like, it's kind of.
Yeah, I ain't.
But
really,
it sound like the streets.
It's kind of.
They hating on my boy in there. That's what it sound like to me.
Yeah, and Ken's just a great dude, and he do it from the heart. Mm-hmm. He a pastor. I've been around him. And how sometimes like, boy, he might take a drink or now, he might do this. Like he's focused on God. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna make morals. He gonna have morals and values, man. That everybody ain't gonna agree with sometimes. But I mean, everybody different.
But it's even like you. I saw you had posted. I didn't comment or anything, but I saw you posted a nice picture on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And you had on your suit or whatever. You had your glass of wine, like you was on your business day thing. And someone come in and was like, Mr. City Councilman drinking. And your response was,
what I say? I am who I am.
No.
What?
You said that's what's wrong with people now.
Hey man, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me regardless. Like,
you said that's what's wrong with folks now. And when you said that, I felt that, because at the end of the day, you human.
Yeah.
You got a life. You young.
Yeah.
It ain't like you somewhere. I mean, even if you did, if you were somewhere turned, it's okay. You still human.
Yeah.
You still had the right beliefs.
Right.
So I was just like, that was a great response.
And then my campaign, it's a not your ordinary campaign.
Not your ordinary.
It ain't gonna be the same as everybody else, man. Because I'm gonna be real with the people. You know how some people be out here just want to talk and sound good.
Trying to act like somebody they not, and trying to make it sound good or try to make it look good.
Yeah.
But you still being who you are.
Yeah, man, definitely.
the
man.
whole time.
You know, they get up there, lie to you. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Hey, we're gonna work on this. You know what I mean? When I get in office, we're gonna make a difference with this. We're gonna make a difference with that. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. And then if I ain't gonna vote on that and that ain't right. Like the swimming pool, they talking about taking away our swimming pools. You know, all of that. Like, how you gonna vote on taking the swimming pools away from our kids? If you were to take that away, then you'll take the gym. Now it won't be no Reed Street.
And after that, what's next? Because
Right.
it's nothing else
So who
left.
who gonna stand up for our people? You know what I mean? Not only that, they took over 4,000 tombstones right there at the graves on Lane Street.
Why did they do that?
This was years ago. You know what I mean? It's still bodies in them grounds. Like what kind of city council gonna vote on that? You feel what I'm saying? Not Tay. Tay gonna stand up for it.
Yeah, that.
know.
But yeah.
Over
that-
4,000. That could have been your mama, your grandma.
I mean,
anything,
my
you know what I
my
mean?
baby father's in Rocky Mountain. They did that to him.
See.
Yeah. So, do you know how upset that is for me and my son to go see his dad and don't even know where he is? We just standing there.
Yeah.
So I feel that.
So who gonna stand up for that though?
Exactly.
You can't have
'Cause
no,
that's crazy.
You can't have no soft city councilman that ain't gonna stand up, you know, and just bow down to anybody. That ain't Tay.
Yeah.
So when y'all go out and vote for somebody that's gonna stand up for y'all, man. You know, don't vote for them people that ain't gonna stand up for y'all, man. We for the city, man. Our Wilson together, man.
And someone is gonna lead you in the right direction, you know, and for the right causes, like you said. After the pool is gone, after if they were to try to take the gym, it's nothing else left because they're not besides Gillette. What is it, Gillette's Park?
Yeah.
They got like 3 swings and 4 slides. Like after that,
Yeah, man.
it would be nothing else left.
But, you know, sometimes our people don't think that far, you know. And then everybody worried about, you know, which party this, which party that. You know, vote for somebody that's going to do right.
Right.
You know, don't just go traditional. You feel what I'm saying? Because traditional might not always be right sometimes. You know, you look at the situations we in now. You know, so you got to pay attention to what's going on.
Right. So for anyone that's listening, that's done heard everything that you done went through, what would you tell the next person? How would you tell them to overcome everything that they might be going through something similar?
I tell them, stand up for what you believe in. You got to go write your goals down, you know, because a lot of times you'll go back and forget. So much will be going on. Sometimes you'll go back and forget. See, I always had a notebook. And I got goals written down when I was in college and I still got the notebooks. And then I was like, dang, I got to go back to that. I got to make this happen. I got to make that happen. So
trying to check everything off.
Yeah. So, you know, stay encouraged, stand up for what you believe in and go hard. Even when they tell you no or when they say you can't, you know what I mean? Tell them, you know what I mean? Like you going to make it happen. Show and prove. You ain't even got to tell them.
Yeah.
Just show and prove.
Just do it anyway.
Yeah, man. You know, like the doctors told me I wasn't going to be able to play no more.
Yeah.
I said, God, let me play one more game or just let me practice in college and I'll be happy. Mm-hmm. You know, so I ended up playing 3 seasons and I was able to walk away. I had another year eligibility and I just walked away because I accomplished my goals. You know, I was thankful for that. So, you know, go hard and accomplish those goals.
Yeah. This hour went by so fast. So fast.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to tell the people before we get up out of here, Tay?
Man, continue to follow Cipha, man. You know.
Thank you.
Oak 93.5. Y'all tune
in. The mix.
Y'all subscribe to the channel.
Of course. In the mix with K Cipha.
Make sure you go vote. You know what I mean? Donta Chestnut, you know, District 2. You know.
Donta Chestnut is asking for your vote. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with my guy.
And continue to make a difference in the community, man. You know, teach these kids the same skills that you have, you know, the same trades. And make sure they don't grow up like us and make different mistakes that we did and all of that type stuff. And be real with them. You know, just be real with them, man.
Right.
You know, so I'm good
because that's the biggest thing with me and my son, you know.
Well,
yeah.
One thing I ain't gonna hold you up with, like Coach Buck. He used to teach us, he like, Donta, man, you know, you got the cornrows. Like, you got to be careful when you're driving because they, you know, you liable to get profiled, you know, so cut your hair. You know, at the time, you know, some stuff you like come on,
I ain't doing
Coach,
that.
man. You know what I mean? Like, or put a shirt and tie on, like Coach Smalls He was like, Donta, I want to be your image coordinator. I'm like, he tripping. I ain't getting rid of my gold teeth. You feel what I'm saying? But
They was just trying to clean you up a little bit.
yeah, no, he did. He did a good job because I want to be who I am today, man. You know.
That's what's up.
So yeah, so y'all keep going hard, man.
Any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody because I don't be liking to
You don't
leave
want to
nobody
leave
out.
nobody because you got so many people that love you
Yeah.
that I'm sure that's probably tuning in like, he better say my name.
Yeah, there's some people like, dang, you ain't say my name. You know what I mean? This and that.
And
So,
you said her name or you said his
yeah, it's tough.
She didn't mention me.
And I be like, dang, I forgot, my fault, man.
Shout out to everyone that supports Donta Chestnut. Period. Outside Wilson, Wide Awake, all surrounding areas, everywhere. I'm doing a shout out for you.
And shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. You know, I'm proud of you, man. Keep going hard and keep going higher. Don't just stop.
You always been my motivation. You always been the one that like, you got it. I'm proud of you. You know, you always been there for me. And even when I talk to my son, and I might get mad, so I'm like, I don't deal with people. I ain't got no friends. He like, Donta, your friend.
That's my love, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you do. You got a friend. You got Donta.
That's what's up. That's
You know
my
what I'm
love.
saying? And he know that.
That's
you know,
what's
for
up.
my son. So for my son to know how 100 you are, like, that mean a lot.
And then, you know, ain't nothing but a call away anytime.
For sure. Well, you always welcome here. And good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Pre-congratulations.
Hey, we gonna claim it.
We lit. Okay, voting ends.
Vote November the 7th. You know?
You go vote November 7th?
You can do the early voting
You can
too.
do the early
you know what I mean?
voting?
Continue to follow my page. We'll put all of that up there. You can do the early voting too.
Okay, y'all can do the early voting, but voting day is November 7th.
Yeah, and then I should be dropping my book November the 8th. You know.
Wow, that's dope. Y'all make sure y'all look out for the book, and the name of that book is
Running for My Life.
Running for My Life. That sounds like a name of a song. Or yeah.
I'm gonna get Fleetwood to make it. You know. What I mean?
Okay, yeah, Running for My Life.
But it symbolized football and it symbolized, you know, all the stuff that I've been going through in life, you know what I mean, and all the challenges that I had to go through, and just encouraging the next person, like, you know, make it happen, man. Keep running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna get there. You feel? You can get to that finish line, you know. So that's what it's about.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Very, very proud of you for
Appreciate
everything, all your endeavors, everything you have going on.
Appreciate it.
And I want to give my shout outs. Of course, I'm going to shout out to you. Shout out to Steve, the engineer, my photographer, editor, all of that.
Shout out to them.
Big Steve, not the little one.
Big Steve.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Steve. Shout out to my son. Of course, shout out to 252, all the Wide Awake. All of my supporters. Y'all make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram at K_Cipha.
Go follow her.
Facebook, Cipha Marie. And make sure you follow my journey on my YouTube channel, In the Mix with K Cipha. Let them know where they can follow you at, Donta.
They can follow me on Donta Chestnut on Facebook. You can follow me on Carolina Tay. You know, on Instagram. You can go to my website, www.dontachestnut.com. You can find, you know, Ira Wilson right there, you know, and, you know, just pay attention to what's going on. I'm gonna let you know.
Attention to what's going on. If you have any kids, make sure you contact Donta, you know what I'm saying? And so that he can look out for them for that nonprofit organization. After school mentoring program, which is a dope program. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to him.
Semi-pro football program.
Semi-pro.
We working on a homeless shelter. We going in there and cleaning up the house now. You know what I mean?
We missing something.
We do it with our own money. We ain't waiting for nobody, man.
He said
You
a
know
homeless
what I
shelter.
mean? Yeah, we already
Who else
got.
doing this? Who's sending 25 kids to college? Who doing a mentoring program for the kids and actually wanting better for the city? Whoever opened a homeless shelter?
Yeah,
That's like beyond outside the box. So yeah, congratulations
appreciate it.
for the mindset.
Appreciate it.
And may God bless you.
May God bless you too, man.
You're now in the mix with K Cipha. It's 93.5. Let's go.
Hey.
Community Radio, WRLYLP, Raleigh.